Hello and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Garland Dutchman and the Colony Garnet Raiders. GHS Media, I'm Jason Polatsky alongside my partner Jason Sindoni as we bring you the battle of the 4-1s. Excuse me, and we'll come back with the keys to the game at tonight's broadcast of the Garland Dutchman and the Colony Garnet Raiders.
Good sportsmanship is valued by Gilmore Center School District. We are pleased you chose to support your team this evening. Please do so by refraining from negative cheers or comments directed at athletes, coaches, fans, or officials. Tonight's officials are Bill LaBarge and Jim Toomey. Will you please remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem performed by GHS Chamber Choir. And a great national anthem there by the Garland Chamber Choir. And as promised before, the keys to the game. Jason, take it away.
All right, we are about to start the first quarter. Tonight is definitely going to be a big night. As we said, battle of the 4-1s. Big player here for Gilland is Cisco. He is the 6'8" senior. He's got 89 points on the season, most out of the whole team, and he is going to be big. And here we have Coach Park's keys to the game. And most importantly, as they mentioned, they definitely want to get into Cisco. They want to limit Colonie's threes. All 5 starters have hit 3-pointers, and Waterman has made 18.
Dutchman moving the ball around early here as Andrew Cisco gets the first 2, which leads us into the next key to the game.
One important thing is to run a good offense against their matchup zone. It is the first time that the Dutch have seen this season, and it's going to be very tough. Also, as we mentioned, Andrew Cisco, the big 6'8" senior, they got to get into him more so he can score more baskets.
So Cisco with the first 2 points of tonight's ball game. He's going to have the matchup against Isaiah Moe, who takes it straight to the hoop here but can't get it. Moore pulls down the rebound, and here comes Mike Wine up the left side. Wine, the junior guard, kicks it to his buddy Mike Henderson at the top of the key, who drives back out to Wine for 3. Wine can't hit it. Moe pulls down the rebound. He's going to take it straight up the court, give it to Brandon Molson. Molson with the layup. Molson, 11.8 points per game on the year. That's 3rd on this Raiders team. Dutchman looking to break the press early on. Mike Henderson on the left wing gives it to Marinopoulos in the corner. George Marinopoulos can't get anything on the baseline, so he gets it to Justin Moore and to Mike Wine on the right wing. Cisco in the paint. Cisco off the glass. Cisco's got it.
Let me tell you, this is one major thing that's really working for the Dutch so far. And as Coach Park said, got to get into Cisco. And right now, he's proven to be very positive so far.
Isaiah Mole against Cisco, drives to the lane, dishes it out to Will Ibar, who can't hit the three. Henderson with the rebound up the left wing. Henderson going to put a move on into the paint, into Cisco. Cisco, 2 more.
Cisco already has all 6 of Gildan's points as they're up 6-2. Very nice job in the paint by Andrew Cisco.
Something the Dutchman will look to take care of on the inside. Isaiah Mole, the tallest player at 6'6". Next one's Bryce Waterman at 6'4", a very small Colonie team. A early turnover here by Colonie as a pass went out of bounds. So the Dutchman will take over, facing what looks like a 2-2-1 zone, or they're going to switch into a 2-2-1 matchup zone in the press. Colonie well as Mike Wine brings up the right wing, and they got called for a 10-second violation.
Let me tell you, this is one of the keys to the game. They got to watch out for this matchup zone. It is incredibly dangerous. And so as we saw again, that 10-second violation, definitely very deadly, and they got to learn how to break that in order to stop the turnovers.
Mole on the left wing can't find anything, so he's going to reset and put up a 3. Mole's 3 gets the bounce.
That was a very nice bounce right there. Colonie within 1. It looks like we have a problem with the clock, stuck at 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Looks like they're taking it out. On the side, Mike Wine.
Mike Wine's going to take it out on the left wing. So we take a look back at Mike Henderson's drive and draw. Give it to Andrew Cisco. Henderson with the ball right now at the top of the key. To Marinopoulos on the left wing. Back up to Morin. To Henderson on the right. He looks for Cisco. Can't find anything. Drives and throws off Mole's shoe. Tried to get a bounce pass to Morin on the left wing. So the Dutchman will have 18 seconds on the shot clock as they look to extend their early 1-point lead. Mike Wine will take it on the baseline. He gets it into Morin. Morin back to Wine. Wine, who was coming out of bounds, gets the ball back to Morin. Morin for 3. Can't hit. Cisco cleans it up. Andrew Cisco, all 8 of the early Dutchman points.
Let me tell you, Morin hasn't been as sharp behind the three-point line as we've seen earlier in the season, but Cisco has proven to do really well, and that's what's keeping them alive so far this first quarter.
So Colonie had the ball, but it looks like they got called for stepping out of bounds. A turnover as we see Morin's missed 3 here. Cisco boxing out the undersized Mole. Cisco also the mature advantage. Cisco a senior, Mole only a sophomore. Mike Wine in the middle of the court. Goes to his right as Henderson clears out. Henderson on the left wing to Marinopoulos at the top of the paint. Down into Cisco. And they're going to call Cisco for the push-off. Something the Dutchmen are going to have to watch tonight. Andrew Cisco can't afford to get into foul trouble. Something he's had a trouble avoiding early on this year.
Let me tell you, Cisco's is the strongest guy on the court, but he has to know when and when not to use his strength. On that last play, he pushed him the wrong way, and that's going to cause a foul. He's really got to know how to box out correctly and get ready for the baskets off the rebound.
Ibar into the paint, draws the defender. Morin tips it to Cisco. Cisco back to Morin. Morin running the fast break. He can't find anything, so he gets out to George Marinopoulos for the 3. He comes up short. Morin, right place at the right time, puts it up and gets the basket.
Let me tell you, that was a very difficult shot. Really being guarded by the Colonie defenders off the glass, very close to the baseline. Very nice shot by Morin.
Waterman, Bryce Waterman, not a guy we've seen a lot so far. Gets it into Mole just past Cisco as Cisco got caught on a back screen there and couldn't get back in time. Tipped it up, but right into the hands of Mole. Slowed it down just enough. And Colonie with the basket. Mike Henderson on the left wing. Dribbles into the paint. Dump off to Mike Wine. Wine can't get anything, so he gives it up to Justin Morin. To Marinopoulos and back to Wine at the top. 15 on the shot clock. Henderson driving into the paint. Can't get the spin move. Gets it to Morin. Morin drives, kicks it to Marinopoulos for the long 3. His 3 is off the mark, and Ibar gets the rebound. Ibar straight up the middle of the court. All the way across right wing, the Waterman for three. Waterman can't get it. And they're going to get a foul on Isaiah Mole, as looks like George Marinopoulos had the rebound, but Mole knocked his arm. Jason Pulaski once again alongside Jason Sindoni as we bring you this GHS media broadcast of tonight's Gillen Dutchman and Colony Garnett Raiders game.
Let me tell you, it's been a really good game so far, but one thing I got to point out is the threes. We already missed 3 already, and they're not working. We got to get more possessions into the paint.
Quinn Ryan, the sophomore, checks in for Mike Henderson as Marinopoulos has the ball in the left corner. Cross court to Morin, who gets it to Wine on the right wing. Cross court back again to Marinopoulos, who can't get anything baseline, so he gets to Ryan. Ryan to Wine. Wine with 10 on the shot clock, drives into the paint, and he's going to get called for the arm bar as he just tucked his arm around Will Ibar. Obviously not a legal play. The ref saw it, and Wine with his first foul.
Let me tell you, he's definitely got to be careful there as well. They have new rules for high school basketball. They can't do arm bars. They can't push with 2 hands. They definitely got to be very careful because the refs are definitely going to be calling them this game.
Ibar bringing it up the court. He's going to get to Waterman on the left elbow. Waterman into the corner for a 3 from Jordan Miller, who can't get it. Cisco got the rebound to Mike Wine. Wine using his explosive speed to get into the front court. Passes screen, gets it to Morin. Morin back to Wine on the right wing. To Cisco. Cisco puts down the dribble and gets the 2 to go.
Let me tell you, Cisco right on tonight. He's got to keep up this pace in order to help Gildan win this game.
Ibar drives in, gets it to Mole, who gets it to Molson at the top of the key. Waterman in the corner. Quinn Ryan, the sophomore, the assignment. Isaiah Mole for 3. Rounding out, Wine gets up and pulls down the rebound. Mike Wine taking up the court, gets it to Justin Morin. Morin the deep 3, got it. Justin Morin, 5 points early on.
Very nice shot by Morin. He was wide open right there. That was the appropriate time to take a 3-point shot. When you're covered like that, it's very difficult to make, but that was a good one to take.
Justin Morin, ability to stroke the long ball, not afraid to take it there on the fast break. Ibar gets it to Miller, who got it to Mole. Mole driving into the paint, kicks it out to Waterman. Waterman's 3, in and out. Molson and Cisco fighting for the rebound, gets in the hands of Miller, and Miller has his first points of the night.
Let me tell you, they got to watch out for those rebounds, man. Cisco's the tallest guy at 6'8". He's got to get those rebounds.
Marinopoulos on the left gets it to Ryan, who brings it up. Back to Morin on the left wing to Marinopoulos in the corner. Marinopoulos skip pass to Mike Wine into the corner for Quinn Ryan. Cisco looks like he was being held by Bryce Waterman. Isaiah Mole took it away. He leans into the body of Justin Morin, doesn't get the foul, but gets the basket. Isaiah Mole with 7 points. Dutchman tried to go quick the other way, but Ibar takes it. He brings it up the court. Dump off pass to Brandon Molson, who drives into the paint. Tries to kick it out to Bryce Waterman, but Quinn Ryan gets a little hand fighting, but Ryan gets it to Wine. Wine using his quick speed to get it to Morin for the fast break layup. First quarter going quickly here as we hit 10 seconds left to go. Looks like Will Ibar is looking for the last shot as we hit 5. Goes opposite way on the screen to Miller, the deep 3. Wow. Jordan Miller, nothing but the bottom of the net at the buzzer. So 17-14 is the end of the first quarter. As we take another look at Miller's deep 3. Had a hand in his face too, but got nothing but the bottom of the net. Justin Morin's 3 here. Jason, 1 quarter so far. It's a close game at 17-14. What have you seen so far that you've liked from the Dutchman?
I like how they get it into the paint. They've really got it into Cisco, as we saw in those last plays. Really got it down to paint. And as we said, Cisco is the strongest guy out there. He's going to put him up. He's going to make a lot of points. They definitely got to work on their outside shooting, work on their passes, and also add a little defense in between to keep Colonie from hitting the long threes and getting inside.
Cisco 10 points early on. Justin Morin, the other 7 for the Dutchman. Colonie, not much more widespread scoring, as Isaiah Mole has 7, which is obviously very expected as he comes into tonight's game averaging 20.8 points per game. That's only 16th in all of Section 2. Isaiah Moore, one of the promising futures of Section 2 basketball. Brandon Molson has 2, and Jordan Miller has 3. Miller already has 5 points. He came in averaging only 1.4. So Ibar will bring it up the court, gets it to Mole. Mole goes with the left hand off Cisco, gets it out to Ibar. Ibar puts up a 3, but is fouled by Quinn Ryan. That's going to be Ryan's first.
Let me tell you, they definitely got to watch Ibar. He's only 5'6", but man, he knows how to play basketball. He is quick, he's scrappy, he knows how to play defense and offense. He's someone to watch for, and he's going to be very deadly on the court.
So Will Ibar, the sophomore, steps to the line. A lot of young players on this Colonie team, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores to go with 3 seniors. A team that next year possibly will be looking to compete in Class AA as Ibar missed the first but hit the second as Jaden Lewis checks in.
Yeah.
7:48 left to go here in the second quarter. Kevin Green checking in now for Justin Morin.
Yeah, let me tell you, I think this is a really good idea to put Green in. Green, even though it's his first year, I've said this many times, he's a very dynamic player. And as we saw last home game, made a dunk over a couple defenders. He's good all-around shooting, and he's definitely one to watch.
Kevin Green bringing a lot of athleticism to this year's Dutchman squad as Ibar hits 2 of the 3 free throws to cut the deficit to 1. Marinopoulos in the left corner, skip pass to Green, to Mike Wine on the right wing. Ibar up in Wine's face, back in the Green. Cisco tries for position, sets the screen to Marinopoulos. He gets it to Wine. Wine gets it to Quinn Ryan. Ryan's 3 is around and out, and Mole pulls down the rebound.
Let me tell you, that was a good shot, just slightly off. Quinn Ryan is a fantastic shooter, and if he gets more looks, he's definitely going to put some points on the board.
Jordan Miller bringing it into the paint, can't get it to go with the left hand. He's surrounded by Dutchman defenders, but gets it out to Lewis. Lewis's shot's off the mark. Cisco with the rebound. Mike Wine puts a move on Ibar, and he brings it up the court to Quinn Ryan. Ryan from the same spot. This time he gets it.
And what I tell you, he's going to make shots. Quinn Ryan, even though only a sophomore, has a very nice shot. He could do it every time consistently, and he's going to get it right just about all the time.
Quinn Ryan doesn't score a whole ton for this Dutchman team, but he plays some valuable minutes, especially will now as Andrew Boeri is out with a foot injury, as we see Ryan right on cue get the steal, knocked it into Cisco's hands, and Mike Wine brings it up the court. Wine to Ryan, into cutting Cisco. Cisco's got 2 more.
Let me tell you, really good job by Cisco. We've said this many times. He's really good in the paint, and he continues to do that here in the second quarter.
Dutchmen extend their lead up to 6 now. Mini 5-0 run as Ibar brings it up the court. He gets it to Mole in the corner. Cisco on Mole. Mole using his barrage of moves. Dribble and shot is off. Wine with the rebound. Mike Wine taking it up the court. Puts a move on Ibar going to the right. Mike Wine finishes with the left hand.
Let me tell you, Mike Wine is not just a point guard, but incredibly strong, incredibly athletic. He can drive hard, he can shoot from the outside, and he's very dynamic.
And we're going to get a foul here on Colonie. An illegal screen on Jaden Lewis. That's going to be his first foul. And we get a Colonie timeout. So Jason, 24-16, Dutchman on a short run here, 7-0, up 24-16, 5:43 left to go in the second quarter. You've talked about what you've liked of what you've seen so far tonight. What about things that they might need to improve on?
I think definitely their defense. I think Colonie's really getting inside. We saw a couple times where Cisco missed the rebound and got into the hands of Colonie, and they put it up for an easy layup. Definitely got to watch inside and outside. As I mentioned, Ibar, very quick and scrappy. He knows how to play the game. And defenders, small and big, they just got to watch out because this is a very good Colonie team.
Colonie coming in 4-1, 2-0 on the road. They're led by second-year head coach Dino, who's spent years at Mohan. And get Mohan facing with the half spin off the glass.
Man, getting his own rebound, that's going to make for a lot more.
On the top of the wing to Waterman. Down there with Mike. Talked about he provides this Dutchman team getting into Waterman's face. Waterman or this break. A good look by Ibar, but a chase down block by brought it into.
He knows how to play ball, and
Ibar, after turning the ball over, was already in the backcourt, got back, knew what to do, and he took a charge. Ibar up to Mole on the left wing. Mole can't find the cutter, so he's just going to dribble around. He gets it to Waterman. Waterman with Green on him, back to Mole. Mole being guarded by Marinopoulos. Mole down now, dribbles his way down in the block, kicks out to Ibar. Ibar into the corner for Lewis. An air ball falls right into Cisco's hands. Mike Wine up the middle of the court. Couple moves, gets to Cisco. Cisco back to Wine. Cisco being guarded by Lewis, and Mole came over to help out. Stole the ball and got it to Ibar. Ibar tries to use his speed to get past Henderson, but can't. Colonie resets, and Lewis drives to the hoop. Lewis finishes off the glass.
that right there, that was almost too easy. They got it to the corner, and he just blew right past Kevin Green. It was a bit of a poor defense on that last play.
Just over 4 minutes in, that's Colonie's first bucket of the second quarter. Mike Wine on the left wing to Marinopoulos. Marinopoulos into Cisco, but Cisco gets blocked. Cisco goes up again, and may not have been a clean block, but they're going to call the foul.
It was good for Cisco to get his rebound back. As we said, we've seen this multiple times, getting his own rebound, trying to put it up. And right now he's going to go to the line to shoot two.
They're going to call that on Bryce Waterman. And Cisco will go to the free throw line. He hits the first. Cisco now 10 of 17 free throw shooting on the year. Good chunk of those free throws came in consecutive games at Schenectady and versus Columbia, where he shot a combined 14 free throws early on in the season. Cisco, first one gets it to go, but second one around and out.
Let me tell you, it's pretty good for your big man to shoot really high and free throw percentage.
Mole down on the left, gets it to Molson. Molson in the air gets it to Mole. Mole tries to go baseline around the back, and Mike Wine takes the steal away. Waterman steals it right back after Wine fell down. Ibar looks to set something up. He gets it back to Waterman. Waterman's deep three is off the mark. Wine pulls down the rebound. 3:05 left to go in the second quarter as Mike Wine brings it up the court. Marinopoulos looking around, gets it back to Wine. Wine up to Green, to Henderson on the right corner. Henderson puts up a three, short. Lewis gets the rebound and it gets up to Mole. Mole takes it straight into the hoop, but Cisco with a block. Waterman gets the rebound, but his shot is way off the mark, and Cisco pulls down the rebound. Good sequence there by Andrew Cisco.
Let me tell you, that was a really good job. He's done great offensively and defensively. That's his second straight block, and he is going on strong.
Wine looked to get to Cisco, but he wasn't ready. Green was there to get it to Cisco, back to Henderson. Henderson on the left wing. He gets it to Wine. Wine dribbles into the left wing, tries to get to Cisco, but it's tipped. Green picks it up. And the Dutchmen get a basket. Andrew Cisco, two more on the board. Ibar pump fakes, gets it to Molson. Molson drives it in, draws the foul, and George Marinopoulos gets the bucket and the foul.
Let me tell you, it didn't seem much of a foul on that last play. It looks like it might have been just that little push to catch the ref's attention, and sometimes those fouls are just going to cause extra points for the Colonie Raiders.
We apologize for any technical difficulties we may have tonight's broadcast. We've seen a couple early on, just a couple breaks in the action as we try to avoid any technical difficulties. Obviously, it just comes with the territory, as Brandon Molson got the 2 and the 1 as Cisco takes a break as the Dutchmen send in Justin Morin, who took a nice lengthy break there. Henderson driving it in. Mike Henderson, his first 2 points of the evening, and we got a Colonie timeout. So the Dutchmen up 31-21 here with a minute 46 left to go in the first half. Colonie 30-second timeout.
Let me tell you, I think that all of Guilderland is getting on the action right here. We've seen a lot from Cisco, but what's been really impressive is how that their point guards are also driving in. They're going up against a lot of big defenders down there in the paint, just like Mike Henderson on that last play, driving in with a lot of defenders on him, getting that layup. Mike Wine did the same thing, and I think it's been really paying off for the Dutchmen.
Dutchmen trying to make the most of Colonie's turnovers tonight. Something Guilderland has taken advantage of all season, but trying to use it to the best of their advantage tonight. Colonie much more of a outside shooting and an offensive-based team, while Guilderland likes to mix it a little bit with Cisco and more. So while Colonie has the ball on the out, force turnovers and get it out on the break, something that has attributed to the majority of their points this evening. Will Ibar taking the ball into the front court after the break. Gets it to Lewis at the top, who gets it in the Mole. Mole being trapped, gets it to Molson. Molson can't get it to go off the double clutch. Kevin Green going up there and pulling down the rebound. Quinn Ryan with the lead pass to Marinopoulos, a little too far. Marinopoulos was out of bounds when he tried to save it. Coach Mike Parks waving on Quinn Ryan there. Not sure that is what he wanted though, as a turnover gives Colonie possession. Ibar on the left wing, gets it to Lewis. Lewis back to Ibar in the Mole. And they're gonna call a travel on Mole. Something Colonie has done these past 2 possessions has gone a lot more into Isaiah Mole, who the majority of his points so far this season have come against smaller opponents, and with the Dutchman giving Andrew Cisco a break for the past couple minutes, have had to put Kevin Green on him, someone that doesn't physically match up to Mole. Henderson driving into the paint, gets it out to Moore, and Moore in the open 3, around and out. But Henderson with the left gets it to go. Mike Henderson, 4 points, all in the second quarter.
Let me tell you, Mike Wine, another strong point guard. He knows how to shoot from the outside and drive inside. Very nice basket by Michael Henderson.
Molson on the left gets it to Ibar at the top of the key to Mole on the right wing. Lewis in the middle. Tries to draw the foul, doesn't get it, but gets the basket anyways.
It was a very difficult shot on that last play between 2 defenders, fading away on the baseline. It really took a lot of effort to make that shot. Very good job.
Shot clock is off here as we 11 seconds of the half. Henderson gets it to Green. Green drives it hard into the paint and gets the basket. 3 seconds to go. Ibar gets the inbound. He's just gonna have to throw something up. Looks just a little too originally on point. But at the half, the Dutchmen lead 35-23. And after this quick break, we'll be back with the second half.
We're the GHS Media. Yeah, it's true.
GHSM, ESPN, hear it. There's no difference.